What is good, Smooth Nation? D Smooth here, and I'm talking about new gen anime fans. Now, this is not going to be a Gojo a hate video, even though you see Gojo in the thumbnail. But I am going to talk about him a lot. New age anime fans are so freaking spoiled. They're so freaking entitled, and they're very shallow. You know, what made anime so beloved was how the characters had to train and earn everything. They had to train for everything, earn everything. And nowadays fans, these new fans, they judge everything just by vibes. Gojo being a perfect example. They like Gojo because, okay, he looks cool, he has cool powers. Okay, but look at Gojo's characters. He doesn't really train, doesn't really earn anything, doesn't really have that many struggles, except for the fact that his boyfriend turned evil or something. And that's about it. Like he had one life or death situation, and then he became him. It's like that's it. And he was already born with a silver spoon anyway, so it's not. What makes characters so great are their struggles. And new anime fans, they're just attracted to vibes. It comes across as just super shallow, and I just really don't like this. Like I always say, Naruto and Luffy are two of the greatest anime protagonists of all time because they were given the shorthand in life. They were pretty much outcast, they were losers, and they had to train and work for everything. Nowadays, you got these mangas, or comics, where this supposed loser suddenly becomes him, but they don't earn it. Like these new, you'll see, and you'll probably see in your timeline or like on YouTube, this manga or this guy was a loser until one day he became cool. Okay, well, what did he do? Did he earn it or something? Like, nope. He was just nothing. And a lot of anime is like this now. And Gojo kind of embodies this. Like new anime fans, they judge everything via vibes, and they're super shallow. Like, when Gojo, spoiler, died. When Gojo died, and his fans were so mad, they called it a character assassination for him to lose. Stop and think about how shallow that is. For you to say something like that, it's character assassination for your favorite character to lose a fight. That shows, first of all, you're shallow and you only care about cool fights. You only care about this. You don't care about him as an actual character. He's just a fantasy fulfillment all the way. You think it's character assassination for you to finally lose. It's like, no, characters are supposed to lose every once in a while so they can show how difficult the journey is. And by the way, anybody who knows anything about storytelling knew that Sukuna was gonna win the fight. Sukuna is the final villain. Gojo is a side character. We all knew this is gonna be a Jiraiya versus Pain situation. Anybody who actually understands storytelling knew that Gojo was gonna lose. And you're saying it's character assassination for him to lose? In fact, what was so interesting about his character? He didn't have that much depth. He didn't have all that much depth to him. And let me talk about Yuji. Yuji is just wasted potential. Yuji has the same problem as Ichigo. His powers are lame. It's just the same punch, and he doesn't use his imagination or get super creative with it. It's just punch. Oh, when he gets that energy on his hand, it's just more punch. Turns out he has blood manipulation like his brother. And you know what he does with it? The more punch. That's it. Oh, Yuji's so powerful. By the end of the series, he's still just doing the same thing. It's the Ichigo thing all over again. Ichigo, throughout the whole series, gets all these new power-ups, and all it amounts to is just more / energy sword. That's all it does. Like, well, Goku kind of started that phenomenon. No, Goku had all these fancy martial arts. And he had all these other techniques, and he's using it in all these different ways. Yuji isn't even that good of a fighter. He doesn't go out and learn other martial arts. He's still throwing the same He's just like a very basic kickboxer throughout the entire series. They really, Gege really dropped the ball on Yuji. It's another Ichigo, doesn't evolve. He stays reactive throughout the entire series. Like the same problem as Ichigo. In fact, I kind of blame Ichigo for this because Ichigo kind of started this phenomenon. The main character stays reactive. He doesn't teach himself new techniques. This guy, going back to Naruto and Luffy, why they're such great characters. They had to make their own techniques. Naruto had to teach himself Rasengan. He had to create all these different variations of the Rasengan. He had to create all these new techniques. And although near the end they started to get broken, but that was near the end of the series. So the first part, like the vast majority of the series, they have to work from scratch and teach themselves all these techniques. Luffy had to create the gear system, mix it with Hawkeye to create all these, with Haki, to create all these different Gear 1, Gear 2, Gear 3, Gear 4, and variants of Gear 4, Snake Man, and all that. And he had to do all that stuff by themselves. It wasn't until the end when they got super broken. By the way, I don't even like the retcon that Gear 5 did, because it's apparently the devil fruit that he had was actually the reincarnation of this god fruit from this other thing. I think that was a terrible retcon. He's turned into end of series Naruto. But you know what? I can forgive all that because the vast majority of the series, they were creating their own tactics and stuff. What technique did I already forgot his name, Yuji. I do. He didn't create a new technique, except for domain extension, which we don't even know what it does. And it's like, come on, bro. It's like, and these new anime fans, it's very shallow. Everything is just very shallow, basic liking of a character. They don't. Where's the depth that makes it? When does Gojo have a moment where you understand his character? He doesn't. I mean, he has little glimpses of what character he might have. Like he's stood up for the kids in front of the organization and stuff like that. What makes original shonen so likable is that these characters, they have down bad moments. They suck. Like Sanji in One Piece, he has a lot of down bad moments. He is a major simp, but you know what? Despite all those problems, he still got so many W's. Like Vegeta, one of the greatest anime characters ever. Vegeta had so many moments where he was arrogant, so many moments where he gets beat up, so many moments where his ego gets the best of him. You know what? He gets back up and trains and earns and creates new techniques, and he keeps winning, and that's why we love Vegeta, that never give up attitude. Gojo didn't have any of those traits. He was born overpowered and broken. He lost one fight, a near-death situation, and became even more overpowered and broken until the end where he finally got killed by Sukuna, and that was it. That was it. Like, what? No! And no, what makes a character is their struggles. Like, Yuji doesn't have enough struggles to me. And a lot of these, like let's talk about Tojiro. Tojiro is, I understand that anime characters training has always been kind of unrealistic, but normally they put so much emphasis in the training and how they figure things out. Like Naruto, he used his shadow clones to speed up what could have been decades of training into just a few months. Like using his shadow clones because he learned to beat shadow clones. That's a genius technique. But Tojiro doesn't have that. He just trains, just kind of gets strong, unrealistic. No, like if you come up with some technique or something like that, hey, say what you want about the Caulifla and Kale. Say what you want about them. At least they had to come up with some way of getting stronger that fast. Tojiro doesn't have any excuse whatsoever. Like I don't even like Caulifla and Kale. I think they're terrible characters. They're super entitled brats who are just granted everything and don't have to earn. What makes a character likable is that we get to see their struggles. You know, everybody has had some down bad moments, some awful moments where they weren't the coolest guy. They weren't the coolest. But you know what? They kept going, and they kept moving until they became the coolest guys, dude. They became that. And Caulifla and Kale, they didn't have that moment. They were just handed shit. And like, again, Tojiro again. I understand that the manga is actually much older than the new anime and stuff, but the anime skips way too much training to me. It just gets stuff for no reason. Everything is just about aesthetics and looking cool now. It's about, well, who looks cooler, this guy or this guy? People, these delusional people actually think that freaking Sukuna. Actually, no. Let's talk about Sukuna. How Sukuna's better Gojo. Sukuna's a better Gojo because he was as powerful as he is. When he came back, he was given the short end of the stick. He wasn't at full power, and had to play his cards right to finally get full power. And when he fought Jogo and destroyed him, in a way, it actually kind of felt earned because the version of Jogo that fought, the version of Sukuna that fought Gojo back in the beginning was a way weaker Sukuna. Sukuna has to play his cards. Sukuna has to use his mind and trickery to gain all the other fingers and slowly get more powerful. And by the time he fought Jogo, it felt kind of earned. That's why he had that confidence, because he's built up that strength. Nothing's ever earned anymore. Everything's, or if it is earned, you don't like Tojiro. Technically, his stuff is earned, but we didn't spend enough time with him earning. It's speed up because this quick TikTok generation of gotta move super fast. It's just what makes these characters so entertaining is that they have to earn things. They have to earn it, and they don't have no down bad moments. Gojo isn't a character; he's a plot device. Like, I keep going back to Gojo because, like I said, Gojo kind of embodies all these negative traits. It's like look at Vegeta. Vegeta had to go through so much. He got, like, when he got embarrassed by Frieza, he got embarrassed by all these things, yet he still kept going, and he became a legendary Super Saiyan. And he went levels beyond that. And yes, he has his flaws. So what? We all have our flaws. But no, it's the fact that you keep moving past that. You keep going past that. And, you know, Frieza and Cell, they're not threats anymore to his modern day. Instead, you count Black Frieza, like modern Frieza. That's different. But the Frieza back in the Frieza saga is nothing to Vegeta now. Because he keeps moving up, he keeps training, keeps earning things. What does Gojo earn? Nothing. Like Yuji Itadori is just kind of a nothing burger. Like he's another Ichigo. He stays reactive the whole time. His powers are lame. It's just punch hard. And like you think he would only make sense if he taught himself to copy the blood manipulation of his brother. Except he used it a bit different. Like if he grew like these blood spikes on his arms, so he could cut things. Like if he threw claws like Wolverine or something like that. But no, it's just punch hard. But come on, man. Same thing. We got to watch every blood, sweat, and tear of Naruto in the movie. We got to see every single tear. And with Yuji Itadori, I mean, okay, he throws hands a few times, he gets beat up a few times, but they don't really put emphasis on just how bad of an L it is. I mean, he definitely took some major L's emotionally, like when Sukuna wiped out that city and it was in his body, so yeah, he's grown some scars mentally. But in terms of applying his power in creative ways, nothing. Just punch hard. These new gen anime, it's all style over substance. Like, subscribe, Sooth Nation, dismissed.